Today I decided to make a short video on some useful commands in Linux. So the first command is pwd, which is print working directory. It tells us where we are in on the file system. Okay. The next useful command is ls, which tells us what is inside the current folder we are in. So with ls we can run ls -l will give us the directory in a list form. It will also tell us whether it's a directory, whether it's readable, writable, and executable by the owner, also by root and by others. So root can execute and read, and others can only execute. So here we go. The owner of this file is user, and the group is user. Then it tells you the size of the folder and the time it was created. So you can see each one of these were created at the same time because they were all created during the installation process. Okay, the next command is cd, which means change directory. So we are going to go change directory to downloads. Because I downloaded some content to see there. So if we run the ls command here, it will tell us all the content that's inside this folder. But the problem is we don't the files, we don't know the sizes of the files, and we don't know the dates they were created. So if we do a ls -l, it'll tell us when they were created, the size of each one of them, and the names of the files. Also whether they are files or directories. And as you can see, there's no D in the beginning of this, so they're all just files. So to make sure to see the sizes in a more convenient way, we will do ls -lh, which will tell us in a human readable form what the file sizes are. So now you can see it's in kilobytes. The previous ones were all in bytes. The next command rather is cat. So if we do a cat command to a text file like the example text that we have there, that prints out everything that's in the text file. But it's not very useful when you want to look for a particular file or a particular name. So let's see if we want to see the word John and how many times it appears in this. Let's see. So the other command we can use to achieve that is called grep. And we'll say John, and the place to find it in is in the examples file. Okay, so the word John appears in the examples file on the first line. It will tell us where we find it. Seems like John is everywhere. So maybe every line that you can think of, John seems to appear. So let's try something else, like let's try the word form. Let's see where that appears. It appears in 2 lines. As you can see, there we go, the list form. So if we were in a different folder and we just said, or rather we didn't specify the file name, we could just say any file in this folder. It will then tell us which file it's in and the line of the file that we normally would find it in. You can see where the line would start with, for example. Okay, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.